And we can thank you with 2 priority tickets. Now, $365, $1 a day, that's a very generous level, but think about the experience of having some of the best seats in the house. These tickets are not on sale to the general public until Monday, so you're first in line for some of the best seats, and we have a limited number of these tickets. We will also throw in at this level an opportunity for you to meet the members of RAIN, and they are truly supreme musicians, and they are all very devoted Beatles fans. You can believe that. We'll also throw in some of the other things you see there as a way to extend your Beatles experience. There's a book about the Beatles, a relatively new book called Yeah, 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 a DVD, The Unseen Beatles, with a lot of archival footage, home movies even, that hadn't been seen before, and a RAIN CD of Beatles music called Yeah, Yeah, Yeah. It's all our way of ensuring that you have the full Beatles experience as you support Iowa Public Television's ability to bring you amazing experiences 365 days a year, because that indeed is what you're paying $1 a day for, is outstanding programs on your public television service. So I invite you to go to the phone right now at 1-800-779-7000 and make a pledge of financial support. Talk with our volunteers and be among those who are calling right now to take advantage of those priority tickets. We have just a limited number. Imagine what it would be like to be in the audience, a part of this experience. You know, we saw little kids, we saw people my age, we saw a span of generations there. Everybody knows every word of every song by heart. It's almost like we know this music subconsciously. The Beatles has a lasting impact on our society, and RAIN is helping to preserve that legacy and enrich all of us who are fans of the Beatles or becoming fans of the Beatles. You can be a part of a great experience live by calling and supporting Iowa Public Television right now. 1-800-779-7000. And Jennifer Converse is standing by, and she's got some more great thank you gifts for you. Jennifer?
That's right, I do, and I really have enjoyed watching this program because it tells me that even true Beatles fans can enjoy this music, because these guys are true Beatles fans too, and you can tell that when you watch the program, and you can tell that when you see them live and in person. You can hear their music too if you call and pledge $75 to Iowa Public Television right now at 800-779-7000. We'll send you RAIN's very first CD, and it includes lots of renditions of Beatles songs, including While My Guitar Gently Weeps, which I loved hearing in that first segment that we saw. It's a beautiful rendition. You can hear how much they love the Beatles and how hard they're working to sound just like them. If you call and pledge $100 to Iowa Public Television, we will send you your choice of 2 great ways to experience the Beatles. First, you can have a book, as Terry mentioned, a book called Yeah, Yeah, Yeah. Now, this book, as Terry said, is relatively new. It's about a year old, and it does include photos and graphic elements. It's not really, I was looking through it a moment ago, it's not really just about the Beatles, it's about the time, about what Beatlemania meant. There are photos of Bob Dylan in there, so you're seeing the whole context of what the Beatles meant to America and abroad. For a $100 pledge, we'll send you this great definitive book. Or you can call and pledge $100, and we will send you the Beatles, The Unseen Beatles on DVD. Now, this DVD does have previously unseen archive footage photographs, personal home movies, which have got to be a lot of fun, and interviews with those who accompanied the Beatles on tour. So this DVD can be yours as our way of thanking you for giving at that $100 level to your network, to Iowa Public Television. Perhaps you'd like to call and pledge $160, and if you do, we will tell you thank you again with your choice of 2 combinations. Now, either way, at the $160 level, you're going to get the CD of RAIN, their very first CD with 13 tracks. But if you'd like the DVD as well, you can let our phone volunteers know, and you can have both of those for a $160 investment. Or let them know that you'd like the book in the CD, and we'll send you that as our way of saying thank you. This combo that includes the CD and the book of the same name, Yeah, 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 both of those are yours. It's a hardcover book. It's a really nice way to remember the time of the Beatles and then to hear RAIN's music here on the CD. So for a $160 investment, that's what we'll send you as our way of saying thank you. Now, you got to see these guys live and in person. This is truly a wonderful concert experience. You can see how much fun they've been having there in the hall. You can have that experience in Des Moines at the Civic Center of Greater Des Moines on Friday, October 31st. For a $225 investment in Iowa Public Television. We'll send you 2 seats. They'll be great seats. You'll be among friends, and you'll be able to watch this concert on that Friday. It's opening night of RAIN's concert here in Des Moines. A great way to experience this and have as much fun as those folks in the audience were having. Now, as Terry mentioned, at that $365 level, you can receive tickets to see the concert and the other items that you're seeing on screen, the book, the DVD, and the CD. Now, these are priority tickets. We only have a few of these pairs available to you, so you'll want to call right away. We can give you that and a chance to meet Rain in person when they're here in Des Moines. So call and pledge at that $1 a day level and let us know that you value public television and you want to see these guys in person. $1 a day, $365 in Iowa Public Television. You can tell us thank you for bringing you this concert performance, this great way of enjoying the Beatles music, only on Iowa Public Television. 800-779-7000 is the number to call. Call now, talk with our phone volunteers about fulfillment options, and make that investment. Terry?
Thank you so much, Jennifer. We have a very special guest with us right now. Jeff Chelsvig is the president and CEO of the Civic Center of Greater Des Moines. Welcome to Iowa Public Television.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
And thank you for bringing Rain back to Des Moines. Now, I understand they were here last March for one performance. Is that right?
That's right. Actually, our general manager, Bill McElrath, who's back there answering the phones, heard about this show and came to me and said, this really sounds like something we should look at. And so we got a little DVD which was not as professional as this performance, and watched it and said, wow, this is really great. And so we brought it here for one performance, and we sold every seat. 2,744 people saw it. So we're lucky to have it coming back. We jumped right on the chance, and it's fabulous.
Well, as a huge Beatles fan, I was disappointed that I wasn't one of those. Did you say 274,000?
22,740
people.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Civic Center is not that big for one night. I wasn't at that one, but people I know who are Beatles fans absolutely raved about it, and we were thrilled when we heard you were bringing it back.
Yeah.
And now it's for 4 performances, but of course, the one we want to talk about is that Friday, October 31st, because if people call, they get those priority seats, and those are going to be some pretty good seats, aren't they?
They're going to be great seats, and if you pledge $365, you can meet the band. This is really one of the premier Beatles cover bands in the world, and so it's so exciting.
They actually were one of the originals. I think they started about 4 years after the Beatles broke up. Is that right? So, I mean, if people have seen some tribute bands that weren't impressive, this is the cream of the crop, right?
You know, I watched the show, Terry. I was one of the 2,744 people there, and it's really, they are so amazing, and they sound and they look like the Beatles, and it's a multimedia experience. You get to see, you really get to see the sights and the sounds of that era, each of the 4 eras that they sing in, and
it really takes you back. And the thing that I have seen a tribute band, another one actually up at Fort Dodge at the Olson Park Band Shell, and the thing that just amazed me were the span of generations, and everybody knew every word to every song. It's like we do know this music subconsciously, and I would think that they'd have to be good to meet that kind of expectation.
Absolutely, and they have a huge repertoire of all of the repertoire of all of the songs that they play. And the thing I heard the most that night from our donors that were at the show, they said, we're going to bring our children back the next time it comes. And so you're right, it spans all kinds of generations.
Well, Jeff, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for bringing Rain and all the other good things that you do.
Well, thanks to Iowa Public Television for showing this performance tonight, because it's terrific, and we hope that if you're a Civic Center supporter, you can also join Iowa Public Television as a supporter.
That's great, a great plea. Thank you so much for that. 1-800-779-7000 is the number to call, and now let's go back over to Jennifer.
Thank you very much to both of you, and thanks for this opportunity to see the concert live and in person. And thanks to those of you who have called already and supported Iowa Public Television. If you haven't yet, I'd like to give you a few more reasons to call 800-779-7000. Want to remind you that if you pledge $75 to your network, you can receive Yeah, 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 Rain's first CD. That's yours for a $75 investment. Or perhaps you'd like to call and pledge at that $100 level. You'll have your choice of the book, Yeah, 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 a lot of great information in there. It's a hardcover book. Or you can have the Beatles, the Unseen Beatles on DVD for a $100 pledge to Iowa Public Television right now. If you'd like to call and pledge $160, we will tell you thank you by sending you a combination of the CD and either the DVD or the CD and the book. You can have your choice of the combination there for a $160 investment. And then what we're hearing from you most about is we're hearing about tickets. You want to see Rain live and in person, and we're giving you that opportunity here this evening. $225 investment in Iowa Public Television, you'll get 2 tickets to see Rain at the Civic Center of Greater Des Moines. Terry and Jeff were talking about that a moment ago, what a unique opportunity this is, and they're not on sale to the general public yet. Some members have had a sneak peek, but you're going to get great seats when you call and pledge at that $225 level. Or you can call and pledge $1 a day. And as Terry's talked about, this is really a unique experience, a great way to not only experience the Beatles and experience Rain, but also to meet these guys and see what they're all about. They've performed together longer than the Beatles ever did. And they've really, I think, perfected the Beatles' style and sound. As I said yesterday, and While My Guitar Gently Weeps, those were beautiful renditions of those songs. And of course, Twist and Shout, lots of fun songs there. You'll see them live and in person for a $365 investment in Iowa Public Television. 2 great seats. Meet and greet. Call now because there is a limited number of those tickets available. Let's head back over to Terry Hale, who's in some busy phones right now. Terry?
Thank you so much, Jennifer. And I want to throw another little item in there as an incentive for you to go and make that pledge of support. Every pledge $75 and above, we will send you the IPTV member card. So if you're thinking about coming to town for that concert as a thank you gift at the $225 level or the $365 level, those wonderful tickets, we'll send you the member card. And look there, you can come to town and dine 2 for the price of 1. That'll hopefully make up for maybe a part of a tank of gas. I'm not sure. It's all our way of saying thank you because of your generous support, and we do thank everyone who's called right now. We so appreciate your generosity so much that we're going to take you back now, transport you back to the late 60s, early 70s, and a wonderful Beatles experience from Rain. Thank you for calling. Of us here, and you just cannot get enough of Beatles music. I've got great news for you. There's more of this concert here on Iowa Public Television, and perhaps the better news is there's a chance for you to see the entire concert, the whole 2.5 hours live. If you call now, as many are starting to do, and pledge your financial support to Iowa Public Television, consider $1 a day, and we can send you priority tickets, meaning some of the best seats in the house, to the Rain Beatles Experience when it comes to the Civic Center of Greater Des Moines. That's Friday, October 31st at 7:30 p.m. These tickets are not on sale to the general public, so you're first in line with the best seats in the house when you call right now and pledge generously at that $365 level. We'll send you those tickets. We'll also send you tickets to meet and greet the members of Rain. You have a chance to meet them after the concert and talk with them about what great fans, what great Beatles fans they are, and what they've gone through to be able to present the Beatles in such an authentic way. They say they use the Beatles albums as textbooks. They've studied every note, the subtle nuances, even the mistakes to bring you the most authentic performance possible. And you have to agree that that's what we're seeing here tonight. Imagine being there live in the audience where you can sing along as everybody in the audience does. It spans generations. Beatles music is forever. We'll also send you the other things you see there, a great book on the history of the Beatles that was just published in 2007, the Unseen Beatles DVD. It even has home movies. And then Rain's Beatles CD called Yeah, Yeah, Yeah with some of your favorite Beatles music. Jennifer Converse will tell you more in just a moment. The important thing, though, is we have a limited number of those priority tickets. And if you'd like to take advantage of that and have the full Beatles experience in person, we're just showing you a part of that concert. There's a lot more, as you know, a lot more great Beatles music, and that will all be here. You can be in the audience. You'll be surrounded by friends of Iowa Public Television by simply calling 800-779-7000 and remembering that $1 a day, that is an investment not just in some concert tickets, because that's a gift to you. That's an investment in Iowa Public Television and great performances, amazing experiences that this public television service can bring to you in the comfort of your home 365 days a year. That's what you're supporting with that $1 a day, and we hope that you will consider that and take action on it right now at 800-779-7000. Well, Jennifer Converse is standing by, and even though we span a couple of generations, we both love this music.
That's right, we were singing along, and we have not used the Beatles music as textbooks, so we're not quite as good as these guys, but that's all right because you were probably singing along at home as well. You've been enjoying this concert experience here on Iowa Public Television, as only Iowa Public Television can bring it to you in a way that emphasizes quality, in a way that emphasizes true entertainment, and in a way that is local. We're tying it to our community, to our state with these tickets. I want to remind you of a few other ways we have of saying thank you. Perhaps if the 31st is not a day that works for you, or at that $365 level or the $225 level are a little out of reach. I want to tell you that we can tell you thank you at the $75 level by sending you a CD. Rain's first CD will be yours for your pledge of $75 to Iowa Public Television. Call and pledge $100 to your network, and we'll give you the choice of either the book, the book right there for a $100 investment, or a DVD, The Beatles, The Unseen Beatles. This does have rare archival footage right on there. We'll send that to you as our way of thanking you for that $100 investment. At the $160 level, you can have a combination of either the CD and the DVD I just talked about, or you can have the CD and the book. So either way, you'll have great music and you'll have a way to experience the Beatles as well for a $160 investment. Now, if you can call and pledge $225, you can join me and you can join Terry at this concert that they're having at the Civic Center of Greater Des Moines. You can see Rain, the Beatles Experience, live and in person. I can only imagine. I never had the chance to see the Beatles, of course, and I got to see Paul McCartney, and it was remarkable and amazing. But these guys sound so much like them. I feel like, as Terry said, it's almost the next best thing to being there, to seeing the Beatles in concert. And this will be an amazing performance, $225 investment in Iowa Public Television. We will send you to see Rain, and you'll be among friends. Or if you can give at that very generous level of $365, you'll see these guys go through the entire span of the Beatles, as you've been watching them on this program, live and in person on Friday, October 31st at 7:30 p.m. at the Civic Center of Greater Des Moines. And you'll also get the chance to meet them. As Terry said, that they use the music as a textbook. They truly do want to learn everything they can so they can perform as truly to the Beatles' legacy as possible. And that's because they want to get it right. And we want to get it right here on Iowa Public Television, and we think we do that 365 days a year, and we do it because of you, because of your support in this network. Give us a call and pledge at 1-800-779-7000 and tell us that you want to be a part of this partnership and you want to be a part of that concert. Terry?
Thank you, Jennifer. You know, and it's because you've called in the past that Iowa Public Television has been able to bring you Rain, the Beatles Experience, tonight. We'll take the dollars that you invest right now, and we will truly uncover more great musical performances and great experiences for you. But all you have to do is go to the phone and make that pledge of support and know that we'll put those dollars to work for you. And of course, we thank you. Jennifer told you a lot of the ways. One I want to remind you about as well is the IPTV member card. That will come to you in addition to any other thank you gift if you pledge $75 or more. And you see there it entitles you to 2-for-1 dining at over 300 restaurants, 2-for-1 admission to cultural attractions, 2-for-1 greens fees. We even have discounts at bed and breakfasts and participating merchants. And I've got an idea for you. If you want to come to town for that concert on Friday night and pledge at the generous level of $225 or $365, you can use that member card to go out to eat 2 for the price of 1, maybe stay at a bed and breakfast, maybe take in some other activities, and maybe that'll help kind of pay for a little bit of that gas tank to drive to Des Moines to see the concert. It's just another way that you have of remembering, in a way that we have of reminding you and thanking you for your generous support when you call right now at 800-779-7000. And remember, we just have a limited number of those tickets at that very special $1 a level. We recognize that is a generous investment in Iowa Public Television, and so that's why we've worked very hard to bring you a very special way to say thank you with those priority seats. The tickets don't go on sale till Monday to the general public, so you're first in line for the best seats in the house, and an opportunity to meet and greet the members of Rain. You know, they are one of the original Beatles tributes group, and they really are the real deal. I mean, they are among the finest. They formed about 4 years after the Beatles split up, and they have spent countless hours studying the Beatles music, listening to it, studying the films and every kind of performance they could see of the Beatles to get down every subtle nuance of the members. They truly have the goal of bringing you what they say is a perfect note-by-note rendition or recreation of the Beatles music. They say they've even memorized the mistakes. So it's a tribute band that really is kind of the original of tribute band, and it's the one we can thank for any other tribute band that's out there. and they really do construct for you a true experience of the Beatles. Think about how much fun it would be to be in that audience at the Civic Center. We'd love for you to join us. It's a simple phone call to make it happen, 1-800-779-7000. And Jennifer and I both talked about the fact that our kids love Beatles music.
That's right. I remember my daughter's rendition of Yesterday at the age of 2 as she was swinging on the swing set, and that's truly music that spans generations, and that's one of the wonderful things about Beatles music, and it's one of the things about Iowa Public Television that is true as well. We span generations. We're giving you the opportunity to experience this music tonight, maybe bring back some memories, or maybe bring the Beatles to someone for the first time. We're allowing your kids the chance to learn and to grow right here on Iowa Public Television, and we're allowing you to enjoy public television and great programming, entertainment, music like this throughout the year and throughout your lifetime. Give us a call and support that kind of programming, and we'll let you see this concert live and in person as well. Now, there are a lot of thank you gifts, of course, and your phone volunteers can walk you through them all, no matter what level you call and pledge. But if you want to call and pledge at that $225 level, you will get the chance to see Rain live and in person. This band is remarkable. They've been performing together longer than the Beatles actually did, twice as long, in fact. So they've got it down even better than the Beatles did. Well, maybe not, but they've got it down, and they're doing a great performance, as you've seen, and you'll get to see them in person for a $225 investment. You saw them there playing on Let It Be, the music, the guitar. All that was wonderful. Watching them is really just part of the experience. Listening to that music and how perfectly they've got it down is remarkable. Watching them play the guitar and the bass and the drums. Beautiful music. You can see it in person for a $225 investment. Or if you'd like the chance to meet them in person, you can call and pledge $365, and we do have a limited number of meet and greet tickets available as part of a package. So you'll get those meet and greet tickets, you'll get two priority seats at the Civic Center on Friday the 31st of October, and you'll get a lot of other great ways to remember the Beatles and to remember Rain. We'll send you the entire package as our way of thanking you for that very generous investment of $365 in your network. Of course, you're not paying $365 for tickets. You're investing in Iowa Public Television service, and you're telling us, keep this going. Keep up the good work. Keep bringing me great music performances and helping me discover new artists and remember old ones. Give us a call at 800-779-7000 and tell us how much this means to you. Terry?
And now would be the time to make that phone call and take advantage of the limited number of those tickets. You know, once they go on sale to the general public, it's going to be tough to get good seats very easily. You know, when Jeff Chelsvig, the president and CEO of the Civic Center, was here a little bit earlier, and he talked about the fact that when Rain was here last March, they had one performance. It sold out right away. And I don't know if you were at that, or maybe you knew someone who was there, but some friends of mine went, and they absolutely raved about that concert. And these are real strong Beatles fans like me, and they really loved what Rain did in that Beatles Experience. So we're so glad that it's coming back, and this is an opportunity for you to be first in line and have some of the very best seats in the house. And Iowa Public Television has been able to do that, working with the generosity of the Civic Center and, of course, the group Rain, who've saved their television debut for public television. This is a group that really cares about quality. We can tell that by the program, by the amount of time they've spent perfecting their recreation of the Beatles. And so they understand that for their televised performance to be one of great quality, they chose public television. Your investment right now at that $1 a day allows Iowa Public Television to maintain and continue to improve that quality for you. 800-779-7000 is the number to call, and now is the time, because we're wrapping up our final moments. We're going to go back and have another segment of the concert. We'll come back once again. But if you're interested in those tickets, don't delay, because we wouldn't want you to miss out on this great opportunity for us to thank you for your support. And now we're going to go back to more of this phenomenal Beatles experience from Rain here on Iowa Public Television. Thank you for calling. Well, it simply would not be a full Beatles experience without Hey Jude, now would it? I'm Terry Hale here at Iowa Public Television with some very enthusiastic Beatles fans answering the phones. Jennifer Conforst and